Hytale just dropped. Let's see what the hype is. I don't usually play games like this, but 2025, I did play Power World. I love Terraria. And the last time I played Minecraft, the Wither dropped. So it's been a while for me. In Hytale, you spawn in like it's Elden Ring. You walk out of a crypt into this gorgeous world off rip. The world feels really populated and lived in. There's so many little creatures running around, birds in the air, tidy settlements, tree people, ruins, castles, orcs, skeletons, bears, wolves, foxes, crabs. That's only what I saw in this little area. So there could be so much more I haven't seen yet. I really haven't gotten to explore. In games like this, the first thing I usually do is find a place to build a house, make some storage, some chests. There's usually a workbench involved. So just a place to put all these things in. I tend to pick the highest point I can see, especially from where I spawn, because I get lost very easily without a map. And once I find my spot, I make a basic base and then check out the area, just see what's around there. So right now, there's a few little villages, some crops I can take from them, and a trader as well. But you need something called Essence of Life. I don't really know what this is yet, but I'll probably figure out later on as I play. Also, there's an orc den nearby. I don't know how the monsters really act in the game yet. I don't know if they roam too far from their spawn or if they'll hunt down the player or just go into your base and destroy it. So that's something I should probably take care of pretty early, but I'll need some weapons for that. So we'll start with some workbenches. We'll craft some pickaxes, a hatchet. I still don't know what you should use to dig dirt, or at least to dig it quickly. Doesn't seem like there's a shovel in the game. You can get a hoe, but I don't think it affects the speed of how you dig through dirt. So my goal right now is to gather resources, mainly copper, to make armor, weapons, and to craft more benches. There's an armor bench, a furnace, a blacksmith bench. After that, there's the tanning rack, farmer's bench, a stove, and a builder's bench for when you're ready to craft a proper house. This gives you all the tools you need. We craft some basic weapons, and once we did that, I saw some of the trailers, so I wanted to try out the weapon to see what they can actually do. I chose the twin daggers because in the PvP trailer, it looked really fun, so that's something I wanted to try out, at least to start with. I'm definitely going to try out the other weapons. There's swords, hammers, great axes, bow and arrow, crossbows, and there's a few point of interest that popped up. On the first night, peeking out from my base, it looked amazing. Everything was lighting up. I could see out into the distance. There's a few castles glowing red. It looked like there was a temple or maybe some ruins that had a light blue glow to them. So I kept that in mind to check when it was daytime. Just places to go adventure and look at. So once I get to these ruins, I go in and check it out. There's a few items in there and some stairs that lead down. There's a few more chests, and there we see a golem, and it looks like he's guarding a portal. I probably shouldn't fight him, but he's on the list. But we still have to try out these daggers. So I'm sorry, little fox, you gotta go. Okay, so it looks like when you attack, you build up a meter, and when your meter is full, you can do a special depending on the weapon you're using. If you switch to another item while your meter is building up, it will reset your meter. So you have to start from scratch. And I found out the hard way, blocking is super important. You can't just DPS these monsters immediately. Maybe when you get the end game weapons, you can just run up to a creature and just start punching it. But for now, you have to worry about blocking and attacking, pacing out your fights. I don't know if this pertains to the daggers specifically, but at a certain point, your block or your guard will break and you have to wait for that timer to cool down before you can block again. Ooh, there's some work in progress, but this building looks really cool. I'm excited to check it out when they're done. Now that I have the hang of these daggers, it's time to get these orcs out of here. Maybe try to sneak up and backstab them. I wonder if that's a thing. I wasn't expecting that. Traps? Why are there traps here? I need to hide my shame. All right, at least we didn't die. Now we can reset and come back for round 2. At least maybe we can take out the dog first and then take them out. What if we just kite them out one by one instead of fighting them all at the same time? All right, we'll take the little doggy first. All right, dog friend down. Now let's see if I can beat one of these guys solo. Oof. They're a little too strong. Maybe I should just rob them. I should just take their stuff, don't fight them, take the items, and maybe I can get some good gear and I can come back and kill them. The crouching seems to work pretty good. Seems like you're undetectable. Oh, kinda. Actually, maybe I can take this guy. Or not. Round 3. Okay, round 4. At least now I know when you die, they light up your items, so they're easy to find. That's good to know. Round 5? Oof. All right. Okay. Round 6. You know what they say? You only lose when you give up. All right. I think I just need some better gear. Time to hit the mines. I wonder how far the bottom is in hytale. In Minecraft, there's a fixed level where it's all bedrock. But for hytale, how deep can I go? But my gear is almost broken. I'll have to repair it. So the only way to repair gear is with repair kits. But it takes an iron ingot to make one. I'm not using that on a stone tool. That makes no sense. And even when you repair something, it reduces its durability by 10%. So eventually you still need to craft new items. It only makes sense to use this on iron gear or higher. I'll just wait and craft copper gear and just toss these out. All right, we found a lot of good stuff in the mines. Now that we're geared up, full copper gear, copper blades, we gotta spin the block, get our lick back. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the crab. Oh yeah, the bear. Don't forget the spider. And now I think I'm really ready for the orcs now. Round 7. All right, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. All right, let's finish this with a little adventure now that we're strong enough. All right, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and be safe.